Hey guys, what's going on? Underground Geek here. So I don't know if there's been a book like this before. I don't know if there's been a book that is seemingly perfect and useless at the same time. Because this is a really well drawn book and it's a really well thought out book, but it's totally useless. You could have told this in like 3 or 4 I mean, go on, ambulance. Gosh, go save people. You could have told this in like 3 or 4 pages of a comic book tie-in and not had to mention it again. Now, I will say that this cover is one of the best covers that I've seen of Batman in a while. Love the way that they draw him. I'm not sure. Let's see who did this cover. Oliver Coipel and Dave Stewart, you did a good job. Good job on that cover. So anyway, this is Batman Lost. It's a Dark Knight metal tie-in. They should just take that off and just put Dark Knight's metal tie-in. That would make more sense. Just take that off. Just put DC Rebirth. But it was $4.99. But it's a little bit thicker than your standard comic book. And just look at how many people worked on it. Yeah. So a lot of it's going to be artists because there's a lot of different artist styles in this. You see like 3 people's doing pencils, 3 people's doing inks. And then there's like, there's actually, 3 people doing colors, so on and so forth. So there's a lot of people in this. We start out with Old Man Batman. He's sitting there, he says, "I can see you." And he's talking with his granddaughter here. They were all playing hide and go seek, and she wanted to play storyteller with Grandpa. So she picks out one of his stories, and he's actually been writing down all of his stories. And if you'll notice there, it's pretty cool because he's got Nightfall. There's Hush. Let's see what some other ones are here. Court of Owls. There's Court of Owls. Just Injustice. I bet that's Injustice there. Chemical Syndicate. And she picks out the case of the Chemical Syndicate, which is like one of his first cases. And so she's telling him the story, or he's reading the story to her about it, okay? And then we get this cool shot of Batman in his original costume. It's hard to make the original costume look cool, but they did a really good job with it. I liked it because it had the purples with the costume. I liked that the new suit has a little bit more purple with the costumes. But basically, you got this interesting story here that doesn't mean anything. And I love how they do the cape here. There's awesome statue. But basically he's trying to solve a murder. These birds keep flying in the window, so it's hard to tell, the blood from the old blood from the new blood. And then we cut to this. And look how jacked Caveman Batman is. Holy crap. Trapped for days. So basically he's watching a war right here. We get this awesome shot here, if you can see it, of the tribe of the bat versus the tribe of the bird. And basically it's Hawkman and Hawkgirl versus Batman's clan. And so she's telling him a story here. She doesn't mean anything because she disappears in a minute, but it's a very cool costume. I love the design and the cloak and everything and the owl mask. I love this stuff right here. This is definitely George Jimenez right here doing this part. So basically she's taken him to the cave and she's talking about how he's been groomed from day one. That he actually went back in time. They saw him in his costume and that's what started the whole tribe of the bat in the first place. Get this cool shot here. They're so good at drawing his expression. But very cool with the outfit. And they keep drawing with a different outfit over and over. So you get... Basically, this is eye candy. This whole comic book is just eye candy. You get to see in a distant future where Damien has become evil. And he's killing everybody that mentions Batman's name. And then we go back to the past here. There he is in his old costume. It breaks out, pretty cool shot there, and goes after the bad guy. And the whole time, the girl is talking to him, and he's getting confused because he keeps walking in these different realities, and he thinks he's telling a story when it keeps breaking off into this weird stuff. And he's like, I don't recognize this at all. So then we walk into basically, what's that? I'm trying to think of a joke here, but Feinstein's basement here. Weinstein's basement here. And he's all hanging out with all these weird guys with their wigs, and they're basically trying to run away. But then this girl that looks just like Catwoman tells him that even though they tried to run away from the ritual, that she was locked in there and burned alive and was counted as a ritual anyway. Look at her eyes; it's a bat eyes. Pretty cool outfit there, but it does look just like Catwoman. I don't know if that was on purpose. This right here, this advertisement doesn't look too good to me. It says this is a new book out called Damage, but look at the graininess. This is obviously a small photo that was blown up, and you'd think that they would catch that because right off the bat when you look at it, you can tell it's not very high quality. That's the negative for me. And then we go to another future here, where Batman is instantly set up with these people that are just dressed up as superheroes. And the bad guys that are dressed up as jokers are trying to kill him. So he's running, but he's had enough. He's not running. So Batman does what Batman does. He's trying to fight the reality. He's trying to fight this story, but now he's starting to see what's going on. One of his ancestors here notices that all the houses are made out of that metal, and then he's killed by the Court of the Owls wearing a crazy outfit. Then this is almost like if you remember reading New 52 Batman, this is like that scene where I think it was his ancestor, one of his other ancestors, was running through the streets running from the Court of the Owls. This is what it reminds me of here. And then he sees a random person dressed up as Wonder Woman, doesn't know where to check his reality. Pretty good looking Wonder Woman. Hey girl, hey. And then he falls down in the hole. And he's in space with Harley Quinn, because Harley Quinn has been in every book. She's basically turned into DC's Deadpool. And if you read the past story on Suicide Squad, they were in space, so they're trying to tie these books in together, to get them some attention. He falls out of an airlock, and then we're back to the original story again. At this point, he's starting to figure out that the birds are trying to show him the way, because they were going through the window and they were trying to follow the magnetic currents. And that's when little girl turns into a freaky creature and starts climbing on the ceiling. Then we come to find out that's actually Barbados. Pretty cool shot there. And he's basically talking with Barbados, which looks like a young version of Batman, telling him that he has created Batman, he is his father, and he made everything that he is. And he busts through the window in protest. He says no. And then we see what's really going on. We get this huge spread page here. But I like that they're able to tell you exactly what you need to look at. They're like concentrated right here. It's like, hey, this is what we're looking at. This is just eye candy around it. And we see all of these different Batman in the various outfits, creepy looking as heck. And they look like almost like variants of current bat suits, but just slightly different. You know what I mean? And basically, these are all realities that he's created. He's fed off of all of his fears, and these are all of the fruits of his labor. Then we see another shot here where he can see the Justice League struggling against all the evil Batman. I just read that one. That one was really good. All these are pretty good. And so at this point, Batman is broken. He's saying, leave me alone. I don't want anything to do with it. And that's when he fully kind of gets captured, and he's in the battery. You see he's beginning to age, sucking the life out of him to power the huge towers. And that's it. And it says, hey, continue Dark Knight's Metal number 4. So basically, this book does not mean anything. I mean, it's just useless. I mean, it's a good story and everything, but it didn't have to be. people did all this work for nothing. Like, I mean, I know it's $4.99. That's what its whole point is. They're trying to make money. They're trying to spread this out as much as possible without being Secret Empire. And this is good art, but you could have done this in like 3 or 4 pages and been done with it. You know what I mean? This didn't have to be a whole one if you're just going to end it with him still captured. You know what I mean? Now, if he had broke out, that could have changed different things, but then you basically got all these people working on this book to tell a story that doesn't matter. This is pretty much Inception. And at the end of the day, he's still trapped. I mean, like I said, love the artwork, especially the George Jimenez stuff and this stuff right here with the original Batman suit, but it doesn't have to happen. You know what I mean? So basically, that's all I got to say about this book. I mean, it didn't really need to be here. I paid for it, read it in 5 minutes, and now I'm done. But I mean, I guess check it out, but this is the reason I do these videos, so you don't have to waste your money. But tell me, guys, what you think about this story. Tell me what you think about the book. Tell me if you liked it. Tell me if you didn't like it. And basically, also remember that I'm doing my own comic book. So anything that you can do to support it would be great. I'm not trying to get free money. What I'm trying to do is sell my apparel in the comment section of this video, so that you can go and actually get a product. You know, wear my shirts around, support the channel, support everything that I'm trying to do, which is trying to basically tell you about comic books and get more people interested in the good ones. So, all right, guys, tell me what you think. Have a great day. Underground Geek out.